sequester our judges, have them look at the results, discuss the finalists, and then once all of the results have been tabulated, finalists selected, then both the judges and Dr. Umapathy will come out and will award the winners, announce the winners and award the winners. So I will be your MC in between during that time and try to have the students reflect a little bit, also some of the mentors and even our participants to reflect on what you saw, what was interesting to you, and what you want to know more about. So I'll actually start with the students that were on teams. I'm curious if the students would say, yeah, they're gonna, sorry, I'll let them depart. So we have a microphone, so you don't have to come up to the stage. We'll come to you with the microphone. So I wanted to start with the students, just your thoughts about like what was the big aha for you or learning moment for you, something that challenged you or surprised you about either the problem case or the solutions that you were working on, that sort of thing. And if you want to contribute, you can just raise your hand and we'll come by with the microphone. So don't worry, the judges are going to be back here, so they're not listening to you. You can complain.
Yeah, so this my team did problem case 2, and when deciding to build the index, my teammate here, Arian, did a lot of exploratory research on prior indexes, which is how we came to the idea of the basic owl model after an existing one. And we learned that a whole lot really does go into figuring out what factors to consider and how to weigh them. And like a fun fact that we learned was the way like how we hear about the 30% rule, how your income, your rent or housing expension didn't see more than 30% of your income. We thought that was just like an arbitrary saying, but after looking into it more, there is some actual scientific and statistical backing behind that. We didn't have enough time to, we would have also tried to integrate that a little bit. So this was definitely a unique problem case for all of us, and we had a great time with it.
Yeah, the problem case, it's a very complex problem, and I think that's part of what's great about this type of event is when students are doing projects in their classroom, usually there's very structured problem. The columns, the variables that you will use, they're all predefined, predetermined, and then the professor says, okay, I want you to run this model and interpret the results this way. And so everything is kind of smoothed out for the students so they can learn that. But in a lot of these real world projects, what columns do you use? You saw they had over 200 columns. They had to decide what are they going to do? Which ones do they select? They can't obviously use all of them. And then which model to use, which strategy to use is also not defined for them. So they had to do a lot of thinking through and problem solving, a lot of uncertainty, and to do that in 48 hours or really 49 hours because you all got a time change bonus this year. It's really asking a lot, and I'm really proud of the students for taking this on and doing such a great job. So actually, let's congratulate the students again for all their hard work. How about other students that want to share something that you learned, an insight, something that surprised you, something that you learned from this?
I also did number 2, or we did number 2. Talk to everybody. I feel like, I don't know, my undergrad program, so I'm getting a master's right now. My undergrad program didn't really focus too much on data science, so I was like, kind of like, I don't know what I do when I come here. But I was able to talk to Dr. Dan a lot, and I think after he explained like what PCA was and unsupervised learning and blah blah, I said to him, I think I just got something for free that a lot of people pay a lot of money for. So I think just being around all the mentors and stuff really allowed me to understand that there's like so much to the data science field, and then there's a lot of real impactful ways that we can use those techniques to affect change. And I'm really grateful to just be here and to meet all of y'all and to collaborate. It was cool. Thank you.
Other students want to comment? Something you want to share? Insights, learnings? There we go.
Hi. So my team, we did challenge number 3, but I just have a comment on like how this hackathon went overall. This is the first one I've been where it's like a pretty small one relative to those big ones at the universities. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing how like all the mentors would come by, stop by wherever you are, ask if you need help. It was constant, and that was just amazing. Also, the food was really good compared to some other places, which I really appreciated. So yeah, I really just enjoyed this event.
Good. Thank you. Oh, another student.
I just wanted to comment on such a safe and healthy environment to learn. Like, I would expect more competition because of the cash prizes, but so many students would help us with a lot of our process, and the professors themselves were so helpful. Like, I didn't know really anything about statistics before this and how I would derive that data from the CSV file. And also it was such a fun time being here. Like the late nights, helping teams set up beds, helping like just the party downstairs. That was a great time. And the jokes that we've made really have made this time memorable for me at least. So I wanted to thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for like all of the teams that help us and like guide us to the right directions. We are really new to this AI hackathon thing, and like everyone really like shares their perspective and how to do stuff, and all of the mentors stop by and just helping us in general. I'm really grateful having this fun experience with everyone here.
Yeah, I do have to say that we did the hackathon here at the link last year. We had a hurricane, got delayed a little bit, but we kind of accomplished it. And a lot of the students said that they really appreciated the space, right? That it was just very comfortable and an innovative space, and allowed them to just walk around and think freely. And so I want to really thank the link and Mr. Misra for all of the help and this innovative space that you've shared with us and allowed us to be here. The party was an extra bonus, so I think the students like that as well. So thank you so much. So I'm wondering if we could hear from some of the mentors. So as you were going around and helping students, what were some of the things you noticed or recognized, or some like key insights, and you can give students advice for the future, perhaps. Okay. That's good.
Good, happy Sunday, everybody. So I'm Dr. Adriana Bergen. I'm an economist and economics professor at UNF. And this is my first time at one of the hackathons, seeing all the groups. I actually ended up just staying in Ponte Beach for the weekend like they did. You all are super bright. I wish I had something like this when we were coming up. Just the ability to learn in a low pressure environment. Of course, everybody wants to take home the check, right? But this is not like connected to a grade or something that's so, so much pressure that you can't learn in a safe and collaborative environment. One thing I learned today that I didn't really see yesterday was how much you guys were collaborating with each other and being supports for each other. So that was really refreshing to hear. You guys had so many innovative ideas. They're challenges. They're supposed to be challenges, right? That's what makes you a better researcher. Remembering just the feedback from the judges that you got today, the feedback that you got from each other, the feedback that you got from us is going to make you sharper and make you better. I think one thing that you should be proud about is what you're working on today is the actual real issue that all of us are talking about too, right? And the innovation that you guys brought this weekend even challenged us to think bigger, to see some new things that we didn't think of before. And that was the whole point of this weekend. So super proud of you all and hope to stay connected.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Mohindran. I signed up one of the vendors to be, I thought I would, but actually I learned a lot. So just to hear, like, I don't know anything about how to parse it. I don't know to use statistics. And I hear, like, I don't know what is unsupervised learning. I don't know anything about that, but everybody gets something on that. So that showed me that, when we are a student, we have the power to go beyond like what our capability. That's our learning. One thing which I wanted to be as a student, I'm sure everybody, when you have a problem, immediately jump into the ChatGPT and AI to ask questions. You also think about going across the team and ask for help and ask the team member to collaborate. That would be create more of a teamwork, which is what you need as we progress. Thank you.
Any other mentors want to say anything? Give you a chance to reflect on. We have other mentors who want to contribute. Yeah. Okay.
So who can answer how many houses does Jacksonville need? Well, a lot is not enough. Do you have a bunch of statisticians here in the room? You can't say a lot. A lot is not an answer.
Population.
Sorry?
Population is about 1 million.
Yeah.
Let's say one house, 5 people per house. About 200,000 houses.
200,000 more from what we have that are affordable.
That's good.
Yeah.
The topic is affordable housing. So how many affordable houses does Jacksonville need?
No, that's a really great question.
To me, as an entrepreneur, that is what I'm trying to get to. This is the problem, great, but if I have to go to the mayor and say, give me $10 million, if I need $1 billion, me going to the mayor and saying I need $10 million is not worth it. Right? Not worth it for us, not worth it for the city. So if you can actually answer what, from an entrepreneur standpoint, how big is the problem? Is the biggest and the first question to answer. Otherwise, it's not a problem worth solving. So we know this is a problem worth solving, but we need to figure out a way to quantify it. You can always say, I'm from a statistics standpoint, we are within 80% or 20% plus minus. But you need an answer. Good, bad, ugly, it's okay, but you should always think about how big the problem is when you're trying to solve it.
Yeah, I'm curious if any of the teams, did you look at the city, any teams look at the city budget? Any teams look at the city budget? Like, how much money does the city have? And how much money are they planning to spend? Anybody teams do that? No, I see. I thought that might be a good strategy to say, okay, if we're making plans and we're trying to give recommendations to the city, maybe we should find out how much the city actually has to spend on affordable housing for the future. That might determine what we can recommend, what we should recommend, what we can't recommend. We could always say, yeah, we have more houses, but then is it reasonable? Is it practical? to make that recommendation for the city. Good observation. How about some of our attendees, people that maybe weren't part, you just kind of showing up today, and what were some of the insights that that you had, or further questions like Raghu provided for us? Any thoughts, reflections, insights, curiosities? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Megan. I work for Dun & Bradstreet as a university recruiter, so as part of being sponsored for the event, wanted to come by and see the talented students who were a part of this. This is actually my first hackathon that I've witnessed and been able to see the results of it all. So I thought it was very unique that everyone kind of had a little bit of a different idea depending on what their use case was. And as somebody who doesn't come from a technology background, it was really great to see how we were able to absorb it all from just a normal user or normal perspective. So I appreciate all of the hard work, and it was really impressive to see.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for sponsoring. All right, I think we have results.
Thank you for everyone for patiently Chip come in. All the judges should come in to the stage, please.
Judges.
Matt, Mike, yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
You want your background?
Yeah. Probably it's easy to Google it and build a web page or TSSC web page. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to tell it. He was trying to make me do work rather than making him do work. Yes. Microsoft Corporate will generate a banner if you want it. As he trying to figure out, before then we start issuing award. Why don't our college need to say a few words before we start announcing it?
Thank you, Karthik. And it's just so wonderful. We were here last year with the hurricane, as Dan reminded us. That was exciting. But this is just such a wonderful event. And I really want to, of course, thank Karthik and Dan, our faculty, the industry sponsors, the judges, the mentors. Really appreciate you all spending your time here. We want to congratulate all the students. And as somebody said, what was really nice is seeing this is, 49 hours ago and then to now, just the learning that's been created, the knowledge that's been generated through this collaborative process is really just wonderful to see. So congratulations to everyone. Thanks to our host, and especially thanks to Karthik and Dan for their real efforts and spirit and collaboration in this. So thank you.
So we're going to get into awards, and then after that the judges can do reflections. So we're going to go first with the third place award. That goes to team that presented sixth, the Cityscape, who worked on the problem case too. So those who are Cityscape team, please come forward to the stage. So third place award is sponsored by KT Bakewell from NLP Logic. So now for the second place award, it goes to We Love Jax. Wait.
Is this mine? Am I gonna no?
You'll get to keep that.
Nice job, guys. All right.
So second place team award is sponsored by FIS. So now the first place team. So that was team that presented Ford, team Horizon. And they worked on And first place team award is sponsored by Dun & Bradstreet. But so now the second place team was only 2 people, so that does not mean we give them all the cash prize. So that left out money amount now, because of that, we are creating the 4th place team award. So the 4th place team goes to team 2, Dojo Code. So please come forward. You want to steal the fake check from one of the teams, or you can use that for the presentation. Yeah, steal it from team 2. Woo! So with that, I would like to, any of the judges wants to say a few words?
Sure, yes.
Hi, my name is Alan. I work for Dun & Bradstreet, and I think as I was coming out, I think Megan might have been making some comments, but for those of you who are thinking about internships and or becoming analysts with Dun & Bradstreet, I think we bring on about, is it 80 interns? And then for the analyst program, for me in technology, we have analysts who join us and they do a cycle of 6 months for 2 years, going through cybersecurity, operations, software development, project management, to give you a flavor for technology as a career, the things that you like and the things that you may not like, but will make you better when you have all those different perspectives. So Megan and Melissa, part of our training team, as we go and interview folks who want to become interns and analysts, I would encourage you. I was very impressed with all of the everybody's approach. We were talking in the back afterwards that there's pieces and parts of each of your presentations that I think the team could leverage. But more importantly for me, the presentation that you demonstrated and how you applied your thought. This is very important for us when we bring people in, interview and bring them into Dun & Bradstreet and have a career with us. And we're, of course, here based in Jacksonville. So afterwards, if you want to talk to Megan or I, please come up and introduce yourself, and you can get part of my LinkedIn profile. And I'll remember you when it comes around to internships and analyst programs in the summer and next year. So that's just a plug for me. Thanks for all your participation.
Hey everybody, I'm Joshua Hicks, the Affordable Housing Director for the City of Jacksonville. So I just wanted to thank you all. This work in 48 hours is quite impressive. So give yourselves a round of applause, because I think, again, as was just mentioned, there's pieces in every single one of these models, even if you didn't finish in the top 4, that we can take back and work with you to make stronger for the city. I think being able to predict, the predictive aspect of some of these models in terms of displacement, in terms of addressing the needs for realtors and developers, but also renters and homeowners, using models that can be used for them to identify certain neighborhoods is going to be very valuable for the city as we continue to address the housing crisis. We are in one. Mayor Deegan is incredibly focused on making sure that we use these tools to our advantage to help lower costs around the community, and that starts by not only building more housing, but also keeping people housed. And each one of your models allows us the statistics, the visualization, which I'm visual, so it's very important to see it. And then we're able to communicate it to the public. So I just wanted to thank you all again for all your hard work over these last 48 hours. And don't worry, Parvez and I, Dr. Amit and I will be contacting you, I'm sure, a lot of you to talk about moving some of these projects forward. So thank you all very much.
I'll just echo what Chip said, which is say thanks to Raghu for hosting this, and I know Dan and Karthik put a ton of work, and I know all the mentors did too. So just want to echo that thank you, and maybe give them another round of applause.
So now what happens next? So all of the participants and all of the volunteers too will gain access to Google Skill Boost, which is a training center, $300 value, where they would be able to go learn any of the Google Tech cloud platform on both AI and other cloud platform technologies, and there's a lot of different badging and learning pathways there, and they will have access to that until end of September 2026, and that's really thanks to our Dean's relationship with Google Cloud to getting that. So, and all of the participants and the volunteers will be gaining access to it. Right, so now we don't do hackathon for sake of doing hackathon, so we do it very impact based, so this is why we use real data, real problem, and in this case the person who will be most impacted with this is Josh. So yeah, as he said, we will be working with city to figure out which solution and how we combine it to really implement it, and our plan is to now find a way to work and get a solution or multiple solution, getting it implemented with the State of JAX initiative website. Again, State of JAX's initiative started in early August from the Mayor Donald Deegan's leadership. So that will be the next thing we'll be doing. Based on that, the team's solutions we are able to implement and get it up in that State of JAX website, those teams and in discussions with those teams will be presenting at TEDx Jacksonville on January 17th. They won't be the TEDx speakers on stage, but rather during the TEDx speaking section, there will be breaks in between. And during the breakout sections, those teams will be presenting their solutions. So in that way, those audience members who are coming to TEDx will be able to see how a real AI and a real AI solution looks like. Right. So, and again, that depending on how TEDx agrees to it, it may be all the winning teams plus whoever the teams we pick, or just the team solutions we will be implementing. Right. So that's what we'll be doing. So along with to end, so next pitch, what is the next thing we are doing, next event we are doing is in middle of November, I think 15 and 16, that will be the other weekend coming in. So this challenge will be only for UNF computing students. That challenges the AI augmented code generation. So we'll be giving them few spec, and within the weekend they have to use AI tool. Only they have to use the AI tools to generate the code. They themselves shouldn't write the code, rather they have to use the AI code generation to generate the code, and they have to ensure it follows the spec, and they have to test the solution to ensure it is doing what the spec is about. But they have to present the solution, and they have to explain what is behind in the source code, and they have to explain the architecture of the source code. And that's the next challenge that will happen in the middle of the November. And we will do our LinkedIn post, and the presentation that will happen again on Sunday morning will be open to public. So with that, Dan, you want to say anything? So, and with that, thank you for all the volunteers. And please all give a big thanks to Raghu Mishra, who's owner of Link and given us the complete access to this event for the whole week to do as innovation here. Again, we could have done this event in UNF, but I don't think their brain would have worked as well as they worked in here. So big thanks to them. So with that, thank you everyone, and we will hopefully see you all in other events. And for those participants who participated, before all the judges run out, please do say hi and ask their opinion on what they thought about your solutions. Right. Thank you everyone.